Good morning, artists. Today you are here with the Crazy Art Lady, and we are going to get started right away. We're going to be working with color today. So we're going to look and do a value scale. So the first thing you're going to need is a paint box. So we have red, and we have yellow, and we have blue, the primary colors, and then we have orange, and we have green, and we have purple. So we're going to work the secondary colors. We're going to be using these today. So what I love about this is the Prang Oval 8, and what we've got here is we've got these that can lift out these pans, so they make it really nice for cleaning. So if you've ever had a paint box where something got into your yellow or to one of your other colors and you kind of felt the need to throw everything out, don't do it, okay? Because you can lift these things out. And even if you can't lift them out, you can clean them out by lifting with your brush, wetting your brush, kind of squeezing the brush out in your water, squeezing it, and then lifting out that color. So, okay, so let's get started. Let me show you what you need to have today. You need to have a palette, okay, something for mixing. You need to have your paint box. You need to have a brush or two. You need to have some paper, and you need to have some clean water. And make sure you keep your water clean, because once it starts getting muddy, it's going to muddy up your work. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be doing a value scale. Now, value is really wonderful because we can get all those colors that we talked about. You know, remember that kid who brought in the 256 colored crayon box, and we were just like so jealous. Well, we can make all those colors. Those are all just tints and shades of the primary and secondary colors. So what we want to do is we want to learn how to do that. So what I'm going to do today is with our value scale is you're going to go ahead and come up with 3 boxes on this side. Okay, 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, and these are going to be for the primary colors. Okay, primary. And you can go ahead and label them if you want, blue, yellow, and red, okay? And then directly opposite from them, what you want to do is you want to have 3 more boxes. I'm going to share with you what we're going to put in those boxes in just a moment, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to look on a color wheel, and on the color wheel, which I'm going to go ahead and show you just right now on the color wheel. You have a variety of colors, and we're going to be looking at complementary colors. So if you look at the blue here, the blue's complement is orange, and so straight across from here we're going to write the O for orange, or I can even write this out, blue. Those are exact opposites. Now, the thing about opposite or complementary colors is that those are the areas or the colors that have the highest contrast against each other, which is really nice. When I want things to show up, a splash of color, if I've got a blue background and I put something orange on it, it's going to really show up, okay? Yellow, if I look across the color wheel, I've got purple or violet, okay? I'm going to put purple because I'm used to calling it purple. You may put violet if you like, okay? And then directly across from our red, we've got what color? And you should all be shouting out right about now, green, okay? So we're going to be doing the secondary colors up here. Every color has a color complement, okay? Every color has a color complement. So let me go ahead and adjust this so you can see all this, okay? And there we go. And then smack dab in the middle, what I have is I have something called neutrals that I'm going to try to make. Okay, neutrals aren't one color or the other, but they're made by mixing 2 complements. So here's what we're going to do is go ahead and let's look at our palette. And in the middle here, these 3 here, I'm going to mix up my red, yellow, and blue. I'm going to start with my yellow, okay? And I charge my brush with water, and then I'm going to start lifting out my color, add a little bit more water, okay? And I want to make a nice healthy dose of this, okay? Now, I don't have a handout for this, just because I think this is going to be a take or toss. This is going to be one of those that we're going to try to get to that neutral. It takes a while, okay? So don't worry if you don't get it the first time or the second time or the third time. The more practice you get at this, the better you're going to be at it. So don't worry, you can do this. Now, we know that we love these high intensity colors. You know, we love pure red or pure green. But the thing is the world is made up of lower intensity colors too. If I look out at a scene of trees, I can see a lot of different shades of green. And so in order to make those greens, I need to know how to lower the intensity of those colors, okay? So let's go in with the blue. With the blue here. Okay. And then we're going to, let me go ahead and speed this up a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and do this. Pull out as much as I can, okay? Clean my brush, and now I'm going to go into my red, and I'll see if I can speed up this process. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now I have my primary colors. You can see those nice high intensity colors. But even if I were to do an apple, I would want to have a variety of color. Now I'm going to go into my secondary colors, and I'm going to mix up some wells of secondary. Add some more water. You can see that the Prang has a nice intensity to it that the other ones didn't. So I would suggest these for the classroom too, okay? And then orange. I'm gonna make sure I've got a nice clean well here. I just get them wherever, okay? Okay. And then the last one we're gonna be doing is our violet or purple, okay? There you go. Now I can put these aside. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start with a very clean brush. And because you know how I am about my yellow, I'm going to go ahead and paint my yellow first. Now most of you, when you think yellow and its complement purple, what do you think of? Most of you said the Lakers. Okay, so yeah, and if you think that the only thing you can do when you get an art degree is go to work for a school system, you're wrong, because you know that a lot of those sports teams, they hire people with background in design and color to design their sports uniforms. So, yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and start with this one. You can see that these are very high contrast. Now, what I'm going to do with this is now I want to start lowering the intensity of my yellow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the tip of my brush, not very much, and I'm just going to mix it in. Oops, I added way too much. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go back into my yellow. And I'm going to get kind of a mustardy yellow here. It's lowering the intensity here. Okay, you can see that this is a lower intensity yellow. Okay, now what I do is I go back in and get a little bit more purple in there. And it's lowering that intensity some more. Okay, now as I get closer and closer to a 50-50 mix, you're going to see that it's going to start looking like something that I can't really tell if it's yellow or purple. It's actually a neutral, okay? It's kind of a sandy brown, and I like this when I'm doing a beach scene because, you know, the way it spreads out. You can see. Now, here we've got a true neutral right there. So try to experiment to get that neutral. Now I keep adding my purple to my yellow. You can see. Actually, this is more than neutral, I suppose. Here we go. Nope, it's got more purple in it. And keep adding the purple. And go to the other side. You can see it's starting to come out purple again. Okay, even though I've still added that yellow, okay. And it's gonna take a while to get back. We're never gonna get back to that true high intensity purple, okay, unless we go like, you know, 1,000,000 parts to 1. Okay, but you can see that we've lowered the intensity of our color, okay? And we need that. Even if you're painting a purple flower, what you want to do is you want to experiment and play with different shades for your shadows and your creases to make something look three-dimensional, okay? The next one we're going to do is our blue and our orange. So you can see here, I want to start with a really clean brush. If you need to wash or rinse out your water, you can. Okay, and then we're going to go like this. On the other side of it, the colors complement. If we're looking at the color wheel again, colors complement, that high contrast is orange. Now, the area of highest contrast obviously is black against white, but you know, that's why your teachers ask you to use black font against white paper. But the next highest is going to be your colors complement, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding a little bit of orange to my blue. And this is necessary when you're doing sky scenes, when you're doing ocean scenes, okay? So here I go, and I'm gonna go ahead and start adding a little bit of orange. Okay, I'm gonna add some more orange to it. And I start it starts getting a kind of a gray, okay? So I'm probably gonna have to go in and get some more orange, which is fine. Okay, we're pretty well at a neutral, looks like, right about now. Okay, here's your neutral. Now, with my orange, I'm probably going to go ahead and add a little bit more orange to that. And now I'm going to come out the other side. You can see it starts turning orange again. Add some more orange to it. And just like with the purple and the yellow, you can see that it's coming out on the other side and looking orange again. So we're neutralizing this color. Okay, you're doing a great job. There we go. Okay. Now the last one we're going to do is our red and green, okay? And those are our Christmas colors. Now I know a lot of people think blue and orange. You can think of, I think it's the Broncos that have that color. You know, there's a lot of sports teams. Red and green, those are the Christmas colors we usually think of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add my red here. And then I'll, on the other side with a clean brush. Can't stress that enough. My water's looking kind of muddy right now. So now what I'm going to do is do the same thing that I did with the others. For those advanced students who want to work ahead, go ahead. And I've got my, you know, poison apple red here. And then now I'm going to neutralize it here. Keep neutralizing with a little bit of green. And you can see you get a maroon. Okay. Who would have thought that maroon was made from green and red, huh? And here, okay, we get to that 50-50 mix. And now you're at a neutral. And you can see it's kind of a iron gray here, okay? Keep adding your green, and you're gonna come out the other side. Here we go, and okay, here, doo-doo. And the last one, we're gonna go into the nice big swat of green here, okay? And there you go. And you can see you've got lots of different shades. Now you can come up with as many shades as you want on this. Remember we talked about all those Crayola crayons and how they make these colors, you know, and you know, it's a lot of it is all in the naming, you know, if you're gonna, you don't want to call, you want to call them something cool. So like this could be, you know, a forest green, this is a Kelly green, this is, you know, but I would imagine somebody has the job just of naming Crayola crayons, which is pretty amazing. So, because I know that, you know, when I'm buying paint for my house too, you know, it's like I want to buy cottage white, not, you know, Navajo white or not, or whatever, I don't know, maybe Navajo white's pretty cool, but I don't want to have a name that is just kind of blah. I want to have something that says something about my personality. So anyway, that was it, and this is color mixing and neutralizing color, and I hope you had a good time, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.